Hi Stampers, this is Kim with Great Inspirations. Thank you so much for joining me today and happy 2025. Yeah, here it is, January 2025. Can you believe it? And right now, as I look out my window, I can see nothing but snow. I live in southeastern Indiana and we got approximately, somewhere between 10 inches, 11 inches of snow since Sunday. So we aren't necessarily accustomed to that. We do get um, a nice dumping of snow on occasion, but this is something we get just every few years. So it's been very interesting to say the least, but the roads are starting to get opened back up now and that kind of thing. So we'll be all back to normal before too long at all. So I hope wherever you are, you're warm and cozy and ready to start off the year with a fun fold card. Now, this card is called a fun fold, but it's really more of a cut and paste card, to be truthful, or cut and adhere. And it is called a front flap card. As you can see right here, I have this birthday card, and the center is the flap that opens up to reveal the message inside. And this card is so easy to make. And I didn't make one for a long time. I thought, oh, no, that's okay. And then I tried it and I just had such a good time with it. And so I thought I would share it with you. And here is my Valentine's Day version. Right there. So let's learn how to make this card. And I'll get some supplies out here. We're going to use this cute little cow and make the card. I'm going to use some real red cardstock, and it is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, and it is scored at 4.25, just like you were making a regular card. We're going to take our trimmer. And I've got it backwards. I need to have it this way. Here we go. And we're going to take the 5.5-inch side of the paper and put it in the trimmer at 1 inch. And I need a little piece of white paper here, so I'll use my inside panel. So we're putting it at 1 inch. Get our cutting blade at the top. I'm putting this paper here so I can see the measurements on the side. And we're going to go from the edge of the card down to 4.25. Down to 4.25 inch. Which I need to move my paper down. There we go. Now we'll move it over to 4.5 inches. There we go. And we're going to do the exact same thing. Pop this in here. And we're going to go down to 4.25, just like before. And we're done. Now we just need to, now if you wanted to, you could fold that score line beforehand. Doesn't matter. Just doing it afterwards. You could definitely fold it before the cutting if it works better for you. Use a bone folder. And now we're just going to adhere these side pieces to the back of the card, and I'm going to just use some liquid glue for that. And I found this card was just so, I don't know, it was just really easy, and I really liked the result. So I'm going to bring this up out of the way. I'm going to make sure that the corners right here, get those corners to match. Just press it down. There we go. Now we have one more to do. Again, I'll get that out of my way. And match up your corners. There we go. And now we just have to decorate the outside. And we have some strips of designer paper to go right here. As you can see, this is a little cow theme. I think this paper is from Doodlebug. It's called Down on the Farm, I believe. All of the supplies I used will be listed in my corresponding blog post, and the link to that blog post will be found in the description of this video. So before we put these pieces on, let's put on our inside piece. So just, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. So put some glue on this. And then we're going to center this just like you would inside your regular card. This piece of cardstock is 3 1/4 by 4. And again, that will be on my corresponding blog post. And now we have these pieces. I just like to move this down here so I can center it without having to deal with the red to the side there. Just going to, like I said, center it just like we would any normal card. This is the same as a piece of white cardstock on the inside. It's 3 1/4 by 4 inches. There we go. Now we'll put this piece on. Now I like this because number one, it's quick and easy, and it's a little different without being, you know, really out there too much. And it's a nice card design to show off your pattern papers. It's absolutely perfect for using 2 different designs of the pattern papers that you have. Now I have a card I'll show you here in a bit that I just used one design, so you can see what that looks like. But I just really like that this was such, it just gives you a really good opportunity to use 2 separate patterns. So sometimes what's on the front, if you have 2-sided paper, what's on the front of it and the back, they may go together well enough that you can, you know, end up showing both sides of your paper if you like, or just use 2 separate designs. And now I have this cute little cow, and I also have this sentiment. It says, I heard. And then, of course, like I said, inside, I heard, it's your birthday, and then happy birthday. I'm just going to glue this on. What I've used is 3 circles. They're 1 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 1/2, and actually those were punches. And I'm just going to glue that right up here. And then here's the little cow. And you know, you can put her on like dimensionals or foam tape if you want, but I just cut out, there is a die that comes with this cute little cow image. So I just cut out some more of the die shapes in black and stack them. I think I have 3 of them, and then she's on top, so that makes 4. And it's a good way to give some dimension without using foam tape or dimensionals, and I just think they go through the mail better when I stack them as opposed to using the dimensionals or foam tape. I put her a little cockeyed there. And then I have, these are some embellishments, and they're from Stampin' Up. They retired, oh, I don't know. I'm still using up things that I've had for forever and a day. But I thought these would be kind of cute. She has a little flower in her hair, so I thought, well, maybe we can get some of these off of here and just kind of decorate her card up a little, although they're kind of hard to see. Maybe we'll do a pink one too. Let's see, maybe up here. And then we'll put one down here. The pink one's hard to see even. Here's a white one. Let's try it. It may be hard to see. That's okay. I'm good with that. So there we go. I heard it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Now this front flap card, other than just being a good card design for you to show off your pattern paper, it also stands up quite easily and well all on its own. You might be tempted to just cut these flaps right here totally off, these little end ones. But if you do, it kind of takes away from the stability of the card and it doesn't sit up quite as well. Ask me how I know. Yeah, I tried. I gave it a try because I just wanted to see. So anyway, there is the front flap card. We'll bring these two back in. Here's the happy birthday with the little dog. And then here is the Valentine's version. And then I told you I made one that I used just one design of pattern paper. And I made it, it's a Christmas version. And I know you're like, oh, Christmas cards. But what I'm going to try to do this year, and you can do it with me if you like, but instead of having a big bunch of cards to make towards the end of the year, every time I make a card for the video, I'm going to do one that's a Christmas version. And that way, give you a little inspiration. Like I know some of you may like to make a few Christmas cards a month, and then by the time you reach November or December, you have a nice little stack of cards to send out. But that's, like I said, you might want to just join me, and I'm just going to make, well, probably one a week. You don't have to do that, but this will at least give you some ideas and an idea of, well, what would that look like in a Christmas version? So here's this, Merry Christmas from our home to yours, and then inside I just put wishing you hope and peace of Christ this season. And yes, it stands up on its own there, and it's, I just really like that it does that. It looks really pretty. So anyway, there is the front flap card with two designs of pattern paper or just the one, your choice. And it's just a nice, quick and easy card to start off the year of card making. As I said earlier, all of the products I use will be listed on my corresponding blog post, as well as the cutting measurements for this card. Thank you so much for joining me today, and until next time, stamp happy!